Welcome, Sagittarius. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, and I'm getting ready to do a message for you. This is meant to be of use to you whenever you find it by removing the astrological frame that I often use in my readings. I want to focus our attention and energy on the present moment as we are in a time of so much social foment that I believe our greatest need is our ability to anchor and be present with the resources and solutions we have available. So, thank all of you who contribute and support me in all of the ways that you do. It is deeply appreciated. I love the comments and feedback. And let's get started with the overall energy for you, Sag. Rather than pull the top card, I'm going to flip the deck over. My intuition is telling me that this is a different way to go because I want to look at what's underneath. And we have the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is indicating this choice that you are making at this time. This choice that reflects your developing relationship with yourself. This is a choice that is about the redefinition of your love, the way that you love, of relationship as you have grown and are growing so much at this time. So, love, which is always in your life, I think that this has evolved into and anchored into a deeper sense of self-knowledge, and you're making choices about relationships, significant relationships on new terms as you understand yourself better. You're giving yourself more space to allow love to evolve and come into your life on its own, on divine timing, not necessarily in the ways that you have expected it or desired it in the past. So this, to me, is a reflection of the blooming self-love that is developing, this blooming relationship between you and your higher self that is becoming more and more courageous as you continue to dig into and face those things within you that have been limiting you. The past is reflected in the Hierophant card, the Ten of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, the message is becoming quite consistent for the signs that this is a time in which you're learning the most from your failures, your challenges, your disappointments, the betrayals that you feel you have experienced despite an incredible amount of effort and work that you have invested into a variety of schemes, job, work, relationship, family. Where those things have failed in your estimation, you have committed to yourself and understanding what you learned as you are recognizing that you had a role to play in all your disappointments and failures. It does not mean that you are to blame for negative experiences that you've had, hardships you've had to overcome, but you've recognized that they were put there for you to learn something from, and they continue to be in your life until you are learning the lessons that you've committed to learn. This is an agreement you made with yourself as you came into this world. There is, as some say, no challenge too great, no struggle that cannot be overcome, and you are committed not only to overcoming, but to learning what it is how your part can be shifted and altered so that you are creating the outcomes that you want. And as a result of this commitment to yourself, to really understanding all the places you put yourself, where in many ways you were deeply harmed and damaged, and you committed and saw it through regardless, you are being rewarded by the universe for this effort, for this ability to really look into those uncomfortable experiences, those heartbreaks, and recognize that not only did you learn something from those experiences, but they improved who you are. You have a better sense of who you are, but also the limits and the ways in which your love, your talents, your skills have evolved. And the universe is now favoring you with rewards and favors for this effort, for this ability, for this commitment to yourself, this commitment to learning and growing. And I must say, with a Sag rising, Sagittarians, I identify as a lifelong learner. Learning doesn't necessarily always happen in the classroom. And the idea that an adventure is a learning opportunity, a new job is a learning opportunity. Everything we do, every change we make requires us to grow in some way. And you are committed to that for life. This is one of your greatest skills. Sagittarians are often thought of as teachers. As teachers know, learning is your greatest skill. In the immediate present, we have the Three of Wands, the Seven of Swords, and the Empress card. You are all about trying new things, and you are all about committing to getting more information about the things that you're interested in trying, the ways in which you are moving forward to expand your skill base, your knowledge, your community, your business. That commitment, that understanding that there is no waste in life. There is only growth. There's only regeneration. Nothing is lost. And this is part of the lesson you are embodying. But that requires you to continue to seek information, to communicate with others, to do the research in preparation for this new path, this new direction that you're moving in. And as you gain that information, as you seek those new networks, new contacts, new sources of information or supplies, you are recognizing that you must consider the source of your information, your communication. All information is not equal. It is not all given with the intent of helping you to reach your goals. It can be biased, it can be misdirecting, it can be inaccurate. It can be all of those things are possible. However, you are empowered to pick and select the sources of information and direction that have the most value to you. You are able to step aside and choose, avoid those conflicts so that you can come back better prepared with more information, so that you are very selective. You're not allowing your self-doubt or your sense of inadequacy, your fear of being underprepared to stop you from what you know is available to you, what you know you can manifest. And so the betrayals, you've rehearsed the experience of being let down, being disappointed, not following through, not receiving credit. You've experienced that, and you now recognize the signs contained within the information you seek, contained within the communication that you are fostering, as you move in this new direction. In the immediate future, we have the King of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. I am recognizing that you are taking on a lot. You have taken on a lot of responsibility. Part of, I would say, the burden of leadership or teaching or being a model is often taking on the responsibility for the development, the support of others. And that is something that isn't exhausting you as a leader. Not only as a leader, but someone who is able to open up and expose their vulnerabilities, their errors, the mistakes they've made. You're able to share this information at this time as you are seeking out this information. We have Wands and Swords, and this is showing me that you are really you're jettisoning, getting rid of an old set of assumptions that you have customarily made, particularly about love and relationship, support, partnership, and you are exposing, understanding better the mistakes you've made, the naivete, the gullibility, the assuming, making assumptions that turn out to be inaccurate. And that is part of your ability to lead at this time into this new direction, is this ability to say, I've made mistakes and this is what they are, so that I don't do them again. I don't repeat any of those mistakes, but I'm also recognizing that I have taken on and assumed the burden for others that may be misplaced at this time. So I see you again continuing to mine your own experience, your own awareness, so that you are able to deepen this sense of authentic connection you have with yourself, who you really are and what you really want for you, not for everyone. However, you're also aware that what you want is often what others want. And so you are really having to separate yourself out from the needs of others and really attend to your own authentic desire, to step back and start from the beginning in any and all relationships, so that you are clear about the terms of engagement. And so I do feel that this is all a piece of you redefining your relationships in love, to love, and all of your relations. I'm going to clarify the Seven of Swords in the middle of this reading with the Temperance card and with the Eight of Swords. This anxiety that so often grips us as we are looking at uncomfortable things, looking at disappointments, looking at maybe our past behavior that was not well intended, was not clearly aware, was not honest, assumed or looked for things from others that instead we are capable of giving to ourselves. Part of redefining this relationship goes back to what I saw in the very beginning. Redefining all your relationships, but particularly that relationship with self, is recognizing that you've changed. You've changed immensely, and you are still growing and changing, and that ability to change, to look at hard things, is what the universe is favoring at this time. It is also helping you to understand that time, the Wheel of Fortune, is so often about defining, about our sense of divine timing, The things that have developed in the past developed in a way that was appropriate to them. And as you are changing, your ideas about relationship, deep connection are changing and shifting, and you've gained in confidence so that you now understand what patience means. Allowing something to develop organically in relationship is what has the most meaning, is becoming to have the most important meaning to you at this time. So allowing your love to define itself as you continue to grow and strengthen the relationship with yourself, choosing yourself and your growth. I'm going to finish off with a botanical inspiration. I have pulled the sweet pea, and the key words are blissful pleasure. Joseph Campbell said, "Follow your bliss, and the universe will open doors where there were only walls." This is beautiful because this takes me to the joy of learning, being a lifelong learner, and how the universe is rewarding you for that awareness, that things are still evolving and growing as you change and learn. So thank you for this reading, Namaste. Until next time.